Hello guys, and welcome to this, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, it's not a vlog, this special edition video, 10 years of training. This was actually a question that I got, or like a video suggestion that I got from one of you guys, and I thought it sounded freaking super fun. It's a nice way to quickly just get to know me or whatever, and also a lot of fun for me to have 10 years down the line from now to build on. You catch my drift. So the topic of today is essentially my training career. I have not always been into training. I played like the typical school sports growing up, and then when I turned 15 I became a sloth, essentially. Well, probably 14 or 13. Yeah, when I entered my teens, around 13, 14, I became a sloth. I slept till like 4 p.m. I considered walking up the stairs, cardio. Like, I just hated exercising. I always found an excuse to not take part in like school, like PE and school sports and stuff like that. Very rebellious. For a few years, that was the name of the game. I was a smoker, smoked like a chimney. I think I got like a couple of day passes to a gym because I was like, right, let's get healthy. But like, I just went once and then I was like, whatever, and I never went again. So definitely not always a training kind of person. And then when I was about to turn 19, I had this boyfriend who really wanted me to quit smoking, and I was like, fine. So I quit smoking and picked up another habit instead, which was running. So I started running and going on walks, and that sort of sparked my whole desire to enter the training field. I got my first gym membership at a super awesome gym in my hometown, Vasa, in Finland, when I was 19, and I went there very frequently. I was very motivated. I would go on runs, I would go on like their like boot camps and like body pump classes and spin classes. I would stay the fuck away from the boys section, which was free weights. I would never touch those. So that was 2011, so 10 years ago, that I started training for real. When I was 20, I was pretty much doing that whole thing, like gym, running, and I also picked up pole dancing as a dance form, not as a professional form, which is a lot of fun. It's a great exercise. I did like a performance in it in Seinäjoki once with two of my friends, which was a lot of fun and really cool.
Andra handen. Och nu ska...
yeah, I was super into that in my 20s, early 20s. And then in 2013, I moved from Finland to Sweden to study sports medicine and exercise science. And along with that came a curiosity to lift better, lift more, understand more about my body and like people's bodies and training in general. It was kind of like a package deal, you know, like I got the educational component, and I also trained a lot more seriously myself. Lyfter då! Åh, vackert! A lot of gym training. I did a lot of yoga, morning walks, stuff like that. In 2014, I decided that I wanted to compete in a bikini fitness competition. So that was my entry into bodybuilding. I did a little off-season with a team, and then we did an on-season, so I did prep up until 2015 in April, where I competed.
Ja. Hej. Som vanligt en månadsupdate om som jag och kameran är just nu.
And then after that, I was like that was not the right time for me to enter bodybuilding. I was so done with it. I was mentally taxed and just like not excited about it at all. So after that, I just focused on eating and lifting heavy, because at the time that was what I wanted the most, was to just lift heavy, eat, and just be merry, you know? Going to the gym and doing strength training with no specific purpose other than like muscle building. Also, like at the tail end of 2015, 2016, I also did a lot of dance hall, like reggaeton dancing with a squad, and I also picked up pole dancing again. So that was my my early 2016. In June of 2016 is when I moved to the US. So at the time when I moved here, I was very into running and gym and yoga. That was like the 3 pillars of my training. So I did it a lot and frequently, and no matter what and no matter where I was doing one of those 3 things. Which was awesome. I felt so comfortable in my body. I felt great in mind, body, spirit. It was an awesome time in my training curve, whatever. And then I moved to New York in the fall, I think, 2016. And that is when I was introduced to powerlifting for real.
One more. Hell yeah.
And powerlifting, that became my big love for the next 2 years. I just focused on getting strong as shit and competing in powerlifting and eating a lot so that I could lift even harder. And yeah, that was intense love for a sport. I really loved it. It was so much fun. So I did that up until 2018 when I competed at the Finnish Nationals, powerlifting nationals in Finland. And then after that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, the spark is gone, and I felt like I wanted to, like, obviously I'm very competitive and I go all in on any sport that I pick, but I wanted a sport where I knew I could be really good and really successful, still train really hard. So I was up in the air if I wanted to try out weightlifting or bodybuilding, and I was like, you know what, since I have never tried to truly commit to weightlifting, I'm just gonna try that for a little. So I did that for the rest of 2018, and yeah, it was fun, but it was something I was just not good at. It is still, like, I feel like it's one of the most beautiful sports in the world. So anyway, I shelved weightlifting. It's great as a fun thing to do every once in a while, but it's not for me. At around that time, NPC Wellness rolled in to the US, and I was like, oh my god, this is what I was like born to do, because I've always had very dominant legs. I've always loved the look of like really big, thick, juicy legs and glutes and a teeny tiny waist. And I was like, hell to the yeah, this is what we're doing. And that, my friends, is how I came back to bodybuilding. I am older, wiser. My mindset is so much better than what it was back in 2015 when I competed in bodybuilding for the first time. So I choose not to count that. Plus that was bikini. This was my entryway into bodybuilding and wellness. That is what I did all of 2020. I did my debut in wellness in August. I was supposed to do it earlier, but you know, COVID-19 put the kibosh on many shows. So yeah, it was a pretty long prep. It was like an 8-month prep or something, 7. So yeah, after that I entered an off season, and then I started building. I built. 2021, around February this year, I started prep, and the rest is history. I feel like you guys know what happened next. That is my training career, my 10 years of training. And I feel like all of the body types I've had are very different from each other, and you can pretty easily tell which sport I was doing at the time. If you look at, for example, my pole dancing physique, or my running physique, or my yoga and leisurely strength training physique, or my bikini fitness physique, or my powerlifting physique, or my wellness physique. And what is the coolest, like the coolest part in this story is that presently, today, and every day, I think to myself, like, man, I've never looked better than I do today. And that, my friends, is a fantastic feeling that I hope that all of you get to feel, because it's awesome. So talk to you guys again in like 2031, and we'll see where we're at.